especially on my phone. But on the way back home today, I had a nudging in my spirit that I needed to speak these words. And if you're watching this video, I want you to closely analyze yourself and see if any of these words can apply to your life. Because it's not me trying to teach you anything. It is not me trying to show you anything. It is not me trying to get you to get like anyone or anything. It is just an answer that you have called out to the universe. How do I do these things that people said that I can do? How can I manifest like the word of God said that I can manifest? The word of the Creator. The law of the Creator. The law of the science of the creators. The whole council that sits and is involved with us as we physically manifest. Number one, everything that you have manifested in your life, you did it. And I want to start off saying this one. I want this one to be the beginning of the video. You can change your past. What do you mean? Go back in your past and change it? No. You can change your past. Let me show you how. Think about all the relationships you had in the past and the people that you had relationships with, whether they were business, personal, intimate, or whatever. I want you to know one thing, and this is one thing that will free you if you will let it. Everyone and everything that showed up in your existence was because of you. Your assumption of yourself, your energy stream, and what you think that you are worth. Now, I want you to let that sink in. People did not come and violate you. Now, I'm not talking about people who physically hurt people. I'm talking about things that happen. And even in some instances, maybe, I don't know. But I know for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Your relationships and business and whatever, those people came because of your assumption of who you are, what you think you're worth, and what you think you deserve. You can change your life in an instant. And when you do it, don't spend any time condemning yourself, saying, I remember when I used to do this, or like people always want to remind you what you used to do. Don't fall for that. That's bullshit. Forget those things that are behind you and keep reaching forward. That's what I've read in the Bible. And it's never failed me. I put everything to the test. If it fails 10 times out of, if it passes 10 times out of 10, I mean, guess what? It was the truth. But what is the truth? Do you know actually the word truth and true means to hit the target? It has nothing to do with morality. It has nothing to, you can cause cancer to be your truth if you manifest on it. Now you're breaking the ice. Now we're breaking the ice. I'm doing fine, very much so. Thank you so much for asking. Now, what I want to tell you is this. This video is going to trend and it's going to go outside the universe. You can subscribe if you like. You can like if you like. You can comment if you like. You don't have to. It's up to you. But I'm here to give this message because it's just rolling up in my spirit to tell you this. And this is not one of those videos where people actually say that and they're just saying it just to get your attention. I'm telling you this because some of us are on the edge of manifestation in a major way. And we've been going through some of the most mental, physical pain, turmoil, mental pain, physical pain, about yourself, financial pain. But that was all just to get you ready and to get you proved. What's up, Marv? What's up, Marv? What's my favorite color? Success. I love some blue. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you for being here. African American, love you, big love. Thank you. So now that you know how you are creating, no, maybe you don't know how you create. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Now check this out. Now that you know that you are the reason that all of these things have come into your life, that you are creating your life by your assumptions and the energy that you put out, what do you think you need to do? You need to start harnessing that power to create the life that you desire. You say, well, how do I do that? Well, I'm fixing to tell you how to do that right now. And the most important part, we've read for years and heard this scripture for years, and we have not yet to understand what it means. But some of it has been imparted unto me, and some of my ignorance has faded about that. So I want to tell you, what you need to do is your number one most important thing. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing, Plain Shark? What you need to do is, when you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night, is the most powerful thing that you can ever do. Now, see, I've raised marijuana before, and I have the lights on it for 24/7 in the vegetation phase, okay? But when I turn those lights off and I wake up in the morning, I notice that there's light green growth. We grow at night when we sleep. We grow in the darkness. We grow when we go through those things that we go through. See, as long as life is easy and succulent, we don't pay attention. I'm doing good. I am just so on fire this morning before I start work this morning. I just want to say this one thing too. I am privileged to be able to have to make videos. I am privileged to be able to create content. It is a privilege to me to be able to do this. I don't have to get up in the morning and work. I don't have to get up in the morning and work my online job. I have the privilege to be plugged into a company that pays me to do simple work, so that I could use my energy in my business also. You know, my wife, she was telling me, she was like, shout out to Lady Jen. My wife, the words of strength and direction, told me so many things that have just meandered me out of one path right into the other. We are creating the things in our lives by, guess what? Our assumption of ourselves, what we imagine, and what we anticipate. When you go to bed at night, with most of us, this was our practice, used to be my practice, it's not anymore, because I had to consciously shake myself out of it and change it up. I didn't really shake myself. I just stopped doing one thing and started doing the other. The only thing you got to start doing to stop smoking cigarettes is to stop smoking cigarettes and start breathing cleaner air. That's all you got to do to stop smoking cigarettes. If you're addicted to cigarettes, all you got to do is just stop. And they say, how do I stop? They keep calling my name. I didn't say they weren't going to call your name. I remember because I used to smoke cigarettes. But the only thing you need to do is stop. You say, how do I stop? Just stop. But what if I start back? Don't worry about it. Just stop again. I wish you could make as much money as you do. I'm just a delivery driver. I've been on it for 5 years already. And I'm so glad you said that, because I want to tell you something that's going to change your life. You hold on to this video. And if you can't, just bookmark it and save it to a playlist or something, because I'm going to give you free game from the universe. You're talking to a person who's raised as a PK kid. I was a preacher's kid. Yes, I was. But I also came into spiritual knowledge in ways that I even seen some of the people that I was around, what they call was church, they had it all messed up, crooked. But I'm gonna tell you, because they twisted it kind of. But see, they can't twist the original one that's encoded in our DNA. And even that truth and that information, we'll seek out the information from other people. Now check this out. When you go to sleep at night, especially that time when you're getting drowsy and just about to fall into sleep, that is the strongest part that tells your subconscious what to go and do while you're sleeping and what to have waiting for you when you're awake. What I mean by that is this. I got to where I am by assuming that I was a world-class DJ when I was live streaming on Twitch and didn't even have nobody showed up. They stayed away in crowds. They didn't show up in crowds. They stayed away in crowds. But I never stopped assuming that I'm a successful, chart-topping, BMI, money-producing, Billboard chart-topping, on the minds and the mouths of people in my city. Our music is flowing well. Our music is doing well. It's making noise. It's getting noticed. People want to interview us. People want to talk to us. People want to, because we're representing success and we can draw money. See, honestly, if I can't make people money, I don't want them to spend any of their money trying to push my craft. Why should I do that? I don't want them to lose their money. I want them to make their money. Okay? When you go to sleep at night, quiet your mind. and start imagining who you want to be. And don't not only imagine it in your mind, use all 5 of your senses. Smell that house you want. Smell that job you want. Hear the people working in that place that you work for. If you want to start your own business, hear yourself running your business. Hear yourself on the phone ordering supplies. Hear yourself solving customers' problems. I always tell people in a minute, if you want to have a mindset of rich, you want to meditate on what it's like to be rich, just imagine that you had to just imagine yourself going to the IRS and writing them a $200 million check for taxes. People say, now why in the hell would I want to do that? Because you know why? If you paying the IRS $200 million, how much have you made? So your brain knows taxes are inevitable. So why not hook onto that inevitable understanding and just write the IRS a check for $200 million when you go to sleep? I pay my taxes easily, happily, and cheerfully. You know why? I may be paying them $200 million, but on the other end, you made so many billion. In billions that's sitting in concurrent compound interest increase astronomically. Another time to put yourself in a good mindset is when you wake up in the morning. Don't wake up in the morning on nothing but your dream. Don't wake up in the morning on other people's problems. Don't wake up in the morning on your problems. Wake up in the morning on your dream. You mean the moment you wake up, don't you grab that phone and see what the email come through from PayPal, or if you got this and that and that. Just wake up in the morning when you first open your eyes. Just walking through your mansion. See yourself, or however you want to live, whatever it is you desire. See yourself there. Use your 5 senses. Hear it, smell it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, see it. Smell that new home. Hear the jingle. Hear yourself hitting the keypad. You probably won't be opening up the doorknob on a new home. Hear yourself hitting the buttons on the keypad. Open. This thing is deep. It's just all you gotta do. Just do that. And then wake up. Then wake up. Imagine not looking at yourself. Look out your eyes as you get your key, looking at all the key fobs that you have to choose from. I can take the Lambo today. I can take the Beamer today. I can take the Rolls Royce today. I can take the McLaren today. I can take the Corvette today. I can take the truck today. I can take the old school today. I can take the new school today. I don't even have to do anything today. But I want to go out and I want to bless. I'm blessed and I want to be a blessing. See yourself writing a charity a $200,000 check. Easily, happily. Just, nothing else to do. You just went out and popped in my $200,000. Why should you care? You're making $10,000 an hour. Every day. All day. We say, where? In your imagination. And then people say, what do you mean by imagination? Name me something in this world that was made that wasn't in someone's imagination first. I'll wait. Name me something that was made that wasn't in someone's imagination first, including these phones. Back in the day when I was dealing with walkie-talkies, this would have been a dream to have a device that we can communicate around the world with. Now we do it with such ease we don't even understand. A lot of people never been back there. But it don't matter. You'll need to go back there. It ain't for you. That was our construction time to get to this. And 30 years from now, what they're going to have invented is going to blow your mind compared to what we have right now. It's going to be archaic. But guess what? Progress is the name of the game. You know, my wife, when I was eating apples yesterday, I want you to understand something about abundance. Abundance can show up in sneaky ways. I'm going to tell you how. My wife and I was eating apples yesterday, and I heard my inner being say, not only when you eat an apple do you get an apple, you get an apple tree. Why? Because you got seeds inside. Money has magic seeds inside. And that's another thing you're going to have to learn about money in order to continually have money, because how money fluctuates. I used to remember walkie-talkies, beepers, and payphones. Oh, yeah. That's where it was. Now you can talk to somebody on the other side of the world in seconds. So when you go to bed at night, imagine where you are, use your five senses, put yourself where you want to be. Me, I put myself on the biggest stages. I put myself on the biggest morning talk shows, the biggest radio talk shows. I've had imagination conversation with Joe Rogan in my mind on his podcast, with all the big podcasts on all the television and all that, because I want to spread this. Not only I enjoy making music, I also want to spread this love that I have found out, that how people can create what they want to in their life. You don't need to pay me for this information. You don't need to get on my email list. You don't need to do none of that, because I'm straight on that. I'm good. Trust me. This is my charity. This is how I give back. But I would rather, instead of give a man a fish, I would rather teach them how to fish, or a woman. I'm not interested in giving you something so you can sit on your ass and expect the next handout. I want you to show you how to get up on your feet and start getting some assets that are going to produce you some money. Because if you don't get some assets, your ass will never get to sit and rest until the day you die. You're going to be up humping somebody to get, guess what? The dollar that you say you don't like. And that's another thing I want to tell you. Check this out. Y'all check this out. Do y'all know without us, money has no use? Not only does it has no use, it has no life. People say, what? Without the human experience, money has no life. And I want to tell you something else that's going to shock you. Do you know that money loves you? You know why money loves you? Because you are constantly sending money on a journey to do this thing and that thing, to turn from this thing to that thing, to turn from this place to that place. Money loves you. Money loves being into your existence. Now, I know that probably shocked you, because the only words you ever think about when it comes to money is the root of all evil. And people say that all the time, and they are so wrong. It is the love of the money, which is the root of all evil. It doesn't even have anything to do with the money. It has to do with the power that they get, and they love that they can do what they desire to anything and anyone, morally or unconscionably, or anything. Money loves you. It loves to be with you, and it loves to come in droves, but it's also sensitive, just like the heart of a woman. And if you don't want it around, guess what? It'll eventually leave. Or just be just enough until you can stop appreciating it, then it'll just go away. Like, I don't understand that. How can money love me? You don't think money loves you? Why do you think it obeys everything that you do? Didn't the Bible say, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments? When you make a commandment to money, does it do it? When you say hamburger with cheese and no mustard with pickles and onions, and I want my fries with no salt and this, and a high C orange with no ice? You think those people doing it for you because they like you? No, they doing it because your money told them you better do it, or else I ain't coming over there. And then your money goes over there. Money loves you. I want you to know that. Money loves your experience, and money loves making you rich. Maybe this will help break some of the resistance down in your life. Money loves you. Money loves to do for you, and money loves to serve you. It just wants to feel welcome in your existence. And it wants to grow in your existence. Money likes a lot of family. It likes to grow family. You can get your money pregnant, and it'll birth you. And that money will get pregnant and birth you. And before you know it, you started out with one apple tree, and you got half of the seeds from that, and you planted 10 more apple trees. And you got the seeds from that, and you planted 100 apple trees. Then you got the seeds from those, and you planted 1,000 apple trees, and plus you were still able to sell apples. Money is pregnant, 24/7. All it needs is a purpose. Send it somewhere where it can work. So we talked over going to bed at night, feeling that you are there, the feeling of wealth, the feeling of health. If you have a health issue, imagine yourself doing something that defies that health issue. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to think about the medicine. And I'm not saying don't take your medicine. Take your medicine, baby. I'm just telling you to use your mind to help give your cells something to build a better body. Do you understand these protons, neutrons, and atoms obey the emissions from our minds? Why do you think you don't keep having money? Because you keep saying I'm broke. You're going to have to stop saying it. The Bible says, let the poor say I'm rich. And people are like, well, what does that mean? You're going to have to start saying words that represent your financial status, where you want to be, not where you are. You're gonna have to use words that speak of where you want to be financially and not where you are. I so appreciate how money comes to me in droves without any effort. I am just so delighted that I make millions and millions every month. I am just so happy that people love my music and people appreciate my products or whatever. And questions are another good way to circumvent the brain. Why am I so rich right now? Why do millions of dollars flow into my hand? Why am I so popular in my city musically? Why do all the promoters like to hire me for the concert venues and always like to pay me more than I asked for? Why are my products selling on Amazon? Why are my products just flying off the shelf at my website? Why is my book selling? And it's another thing. If you're a musician, you don't want, I mean, this is for people who want to be successful commercially. You're not writing music, you're writing hits. To authors who want to be successful as commercially, you're not writing books, you're writing bestsellers. You understand? Start taking in the greatness of who you are. No, I've never sung with other singers. I do a lot of singing on my own, on my music and stuff. And see, and that's another thing that we revamped this channel for. We revamped this channel because we want to show people our rise in the music industry and how we became there through our mindset and not by the hookup and network. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no major hookups or no one that we're networked with. But watch and see what emits from into our physical existence by us assuming that we're already there, successful and wealthy, prosperous, healthy, loving, and in love. If you like the video, hit the little like symbol on there if you so desire. Share the broadcast because I'm leaving this one up. I usually put all my other pages to my Patreon page, but I'm gonna leave this one up. Even on my Patreon page, I'm gonna have it so people can come listen to this one because this is free game. Okay, so take it. What music do I do? I make electronic music, and I also teach students on my Patreon page how to compose music just like the big stars do, so that they can see, my music is a psychological thing when the way it's programmed. And I don't mean tricking with people's mind. I'm just saying I make a lot of beats. I make beats in all genres. I make all EDM music, electronic music. I really don't have a genre that I produce in because working for film and TV, I had to learn how to produce in so many genres on a whim that I just started reverse engineering all of the producers that I would listen to, from Tyler the Creator to the one that did Lil Pump stuff, Scott Storch. I don't perfect what they do. I learn their tactics. That's what I mean by reverse engineering. I engineer and reverse what they did and apply what they did, and I put that to my music. And I also say, well, if I can do that, why don't I teach some students? And I say, well, I'm going to start a class. People say, you're going to give it away? No, because if you give it away, people are not going to respect it. You have to charge people. When people spend their money on something they spend their time for, they're going to pay more attention to it than if something you just gave them for free. You give them something for free, they're going to put it in the free part of their brain. Well, that's over there. I'll get to it now. Because if you listen to some of the things that I'm telling people how to compose music, it's some of the things I've learned from some of the big music producers, the most successful Grammy producers and Grammy hit makers. And I even got there by assuming that I was there. That's just the basis of everything. And my wife and I, we started a record label. And then we started a production company. And then we have other businesses going. She has businesses that she's passionate about. I have business that I'm passionate about. Some we work separate, some we work together. But, if you get in a relationship with somebody, remember, they got dreams too, just like you do. Don't fall for that old school stuff of domination and submission. Both of them need to be submissive to one another, and both of them need to be dominant. Dominant in what? In their intent and their walk in life, baby. Honestly, myself, I want my wife to have a full complement of servants. That's one of my end games. A full complement of servants in every factor for what she needs in her life. Along with being financially free. Completely. For life. With no equivocations. No ifs, ands, or buts. That is my belief, and that's what I choose to feel. See, I'm gonna tell you what happened. About a few weeks ago, I started really doing this, started feeling like that I was wealthy, started feeling like that I was successful, actually mimicking in my mind what would it feel like if these things were happening right now. And now, after 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm telling you, it's nothing you're gonna have to do. You're not gonna have to chant it into. Nothing. I'm just telling you, just start speaking the words that you want to live. This is the best thing I could give to anybody. It's better than money itself, because these words can help you draw money into yourself. Like I said, use your 5 senses. Imagine when you go to sleep and when you wake up, and through the day, speak positive things to yourself. I don't care if you haven't sold one pair of socks on your website. I've been married to my wife for 11 years, and I feel bad. She is in the army. I feel like I can't help. I can't help her too much. I am living pay. I understand. The reason that you live in paycheck to paycheck is because you believe that's all that you're worth. And once you realize that you have the right to live in abundance and start speaking to your life, you're going to see signs of abundance show up in your life. Thank you for the light. You're going to see signs of abundance show up in your life. You're going to see doors open that's never been opened. They've been waiting to open for you, but they refuse to divide your paycheck to paycheck energy stream. They can't jump you from the channel of paycheck to paycheck over to the channel of a passive income where you're getting paid in your sleep. Thank you for the light. I appreciate it. See, the universe is just answering your assumption of yourself. You're not being good or you're not being bad. You're not doing yourself harm or good. What you do is you need to treat yourself and don't cheat yourself. Like, for instance, you said you work paycheck to paycheck, and I can 100% understand that statement. But I can understand this statement either. Also, isn't it wonderful that money comes to me in droves? Isn't it wonderful that we are so independent financially, that my wife lives her dream and I live my dreams? It is so wonderful that we are in love and we have a beautiful mutual relationship with respect, love, honor, and passion. People say, well, why would I say that? Because your words are going to be obeyed by the elements around you. And people will treat you the way that you emit from yourself. See, I grew up as a kid, and I thought it was because I was the heavier kid, or they would call a fat kid in school. But that wasn't the case. I had a fat kid mindset. When I mean like that, I mean a self-hating fat kid mindset. Because if you look at the fat boys, they didn't care. They put their clothes on form fitting. They like, if you're going to like it or not, look. See, that's another way I changed my past. I got all those people, I let them off the hook that made fun of me when I was young. You know why? Because I called it to myself. Because I remember my mindset, and I remember that I was self-loathing, and I was feeling sorry for myself, and feeling that I was worthless, and feeling that I was fat and ugly. I remember somebody one time called me, what's up? They called me Big Rob the Slob, and I heard one girl, she's like, hold up, he may be a big dude, but he keep his body clean, and he smell fresh every day, which she's right, because I to this day, I still love staying clean and smelling good and being clean and looking neat, okay? Big don't mean nasty. You ain't got to be smelling like butt crack just because you're a big dude. That's just an excuse why I can't get to it. They got things to wash you if you can't get to it. Put it on a rag. Clean that body. That's another thing. You can't hustle good when you're sour, because number one, the people are gonna meet that smell, and it's gonna psychologically trigger things. Now, honestly, if you're a big dude and you keep yourself clean, you're gonna get indemnified with more points than a smaller dude, because they're gonna assume that you stink, and when you don't, and you fresh, your head's fresh, your ears fresh, your beard's fresh, your neck is fresh. See, all these things emit odor. Your body, under your gut, between your legs, your crack, your toes, under your arms, your mustache right here, and your breath. Yeah, you gotta get all that, keep all that together. When you go doing business with people, you want to show up fresh, clean, and no caffeine. I ain't trying to tell you what to drink caffeine because I drink coffee. I'm just saying. So one other thing I want to share with you today is this also. Use your feelings. Start placing yourself, I don't care if it's for 2 seconds, just imagine what it would feel. How would you feel if you had $10 million in your bank account right now? How would you feel? What would you be doing? What websites would you start looking at? Start looking at them now. I started going to Rolls Royce website and looking at the McLarens and looking at the $1 million homes. I stopped looking at homes that's on these regular real estate sites. You know why? Because they don't have what I want. Then when I got to that one, I started looking at home builders. They can build exactly what we desire. And I didn't even try to do anything. I was just drawn to that because I started assuming that I was that type of man. And I want to tell you this now. Remember this name, Ambassadors of Good Frequency. Dr. Watts, Lady Jen, DJ Dr. Watts. And now it's Dr. Watts. My wife was like, you're not just a DJ. When you say DJ, they're going to think you're just a DJ. You're a producer. You're a businessman. You do this, you do this with beats. You make classical music. You make beats. You make this. You do electronic music. She said, you're Dr. Watts. She said, give them that. Yes, look at a house right now. And not only look at it, imagine, walk yourself in that house. Open that door up. See yourself signing that contract. People are like, with my credit, I don't care about your credit score. Credit score is on for people who want to stay in debt and borrow money. I'm looking at your financial statements. Your credit score is nothing but an indication that you're willing to pay more for something than it's worth. And I want my credit score high too. So I'm just telling you, I know the truth. Sometimes you got to borrow money. But the Bible says we shall lend and not borrow. You catch that purpose? Did you catch that scripture? See, seeing like all the scriptures that they want to push out there has to do with morality when it comes to physical or sexual life or drinking or drugs or lying. But there's a lot of scriptures out there that promise you a beautiful, wonderful lifestyle. Even there is fame promised to you in the Bible, if that's what you desire. You need to stop living poor. You need to stop thinking that you are poor and that you're nothing and that you're raggedy and you're supposed to be raggedy and raggedy clothes and the cheapest of clothes. Start looking at where they charge your shoes for $500-$600 a pair, or find a cobbler to make your shoes. So that's what we're doing. Here's another thing I want to help you with. The lottery, that's nothing but a pool that people throw their money into and say that whoever get the right numbers can have it. Now take the gambling aspect out of it and take the aspect out of it that it's only for certain people and just realize it is just a pool of money everybody throwing their dollars into, and hopefully that they'll get a chance to pull in. And if not, guess what? If somebody else do, they don't care. And guess what? As soon as the lottery done, it goes right back to what, so many million, 20 million, 40 million. It's not going to stop. You're not running out of time. You're not running out of resources. You're not running out of money. They're not going to print money. And if you know what I know, I'm not a financial advisor. Neither do I give financial. What's up, Dorm? Oh, see that name? See that name right there? Hold on a minute. Let me see who this is. Popped up in here. Stop by. PM message. Hey, what's up? Thank you for coming through. They're not going to quit print money. Now we got crypto. So what, you mean crypto? Yeah, you mean like Bitcoin? Uh-huh. Not only Bitcoin. I'm talking about Ladies Coin. I'm talking about MOG Coin. I'm talking about Dollar Mars. I'm talking about Boink. I'm talking about Dogecoin. I'm talking about Crow with a knife. People say, what is all that about? Go Google it and see if it's something that you want to do for yourself. But I've heard a person investing $60 coming out with over 200,000. People say, how did you do that? Go over there and do it. If you want to start, I'll tell you one thing right now. Just imagine yourself that you tell yourself, I just made $300,000 in crypto profits, and I don't even know how. And I just cashed it out. See, the thing about it is, we want to see the thing first, and then get the feeling, and then speak it. No, you got to speak it first, then that's going to bring the feeling, and then that's going to bring the thing. Those things out of physical. That's why everybody want to get in the physical realm. That's why spirits want to live within us. Because without this body, you can't make things physically appear with your thoughts. You can send them to an emitter, but you can't emit them because you're in pure spiritual form. And actually, you don't need it because whatever you feel like you have it, you have it. But over here, it's different. We have a mind that emits our signals, and the protons and the neutrons obey it. And they be like, "No, it don't. Yes, you do." Well, why I ain't rich? What's the last thing you said about your money? I'm broke. Yeah, you got what you got. You manifested it. Some of us just manifesting in a loop over and over and over and over and over again. Use your feelings. Be like, what? You're going to have to psych your mind up and start believing your own hype. People say, what? Yeah, you're going to have to psych your mind up and start believing your own hype. You're going to have to create the life that you want and speak it into existence. Isn't that what the Creator did in the middle of all that darkness? Middle of all that darkness, meditating here in this void. Let there be, let there be, let there be, let there be. Huh? I am. Start using that one and stop saying that I am this and I am that. That's negative. Say I am this and that. But I'm going to tell you something. Your mind's not going to agree with you. The moment you do it, your mind going to be like, what? Please. But I'm going to tell you one thing why. Because your mind only is wired for it to protect your life. And anything that comes contrary to its known pattern of how things should be, it's going to fight against it. And you know what it fight against it? It gives you that feeling down in your solar plexus. It's just stupid. It ain't going to work. You're going to lose all your money. And guess what? See, that's how I'm telling you, you react to feelings. You don't know it, though. You react to emotion and feeling because the moment your mind tells you something, you believe it. And you emit a feeling, then you believe it. You had the thought of failing, losing all your money, seeing your account go to zero. And then you had feel another emotion. And then you got the physical thing, which means that opportunity you were not going to be attracted to. You know why? Because you fought against it, because you said to yourself, this is stupid, this is dumb, it don't make sense, and it's not going to work for me. Yes, it is going to work for you. If you're a musician, there are people in the music industry that can't sing nothing, but they are successful in the music industry. All you got to do is put yourself into a successful place and refuse to give up. Be like, well, I can't do it. Start small. Start with your imagination. Your imagination is going to start making you speak things. People are like, what? That woo-woo stuff? Yeah, that woo-woo stuff. If you don't believe me, look up some of the biggest stars and let them tell you how they use their imagination to get where they are. You think they got that because they knew the right person they had to hook up? No, boo-boo. They imagine themselves there. And you're going to have to abandon your thinking and just do a 180 and start speaking what you desire. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I care for you and I want you to know. The reason I'm taking my time to tell you this is because I want you to know the truth. That you are creating your existence moment by moment by your expectation, by your imagination, and by your conversation. And i.e. also your conversation, which was in the Bible, your conversation, your lifestyle. You don't even look places where the rich people shop. Why not? What's wrong with that? You feel like you're going to feel like you never have it? Don't worry about that. That feeling may come, but after a while, when you keep talking and speaking under yourself, you're going to talk yourself into a rich mindset. And after a while, you're going to start, not after a while, but sometimes immediately that day, you're going to see doors open. But sometimes you may not even recognize that door because you don't understand that inside an acorn is an oak tree. But you think an oak tree is something that's big in the ground and that's old and been there for years. You don't understand an oak tree in the form of an acorn and an oak tree in the form of a matured oak tree is the same oak tree. It's the same oak tree. The same oak tree. Inside of an apple is the tree. It's just in a micro form, but it's still in there. Inside of an apple is a tree. Inside of an apricot is a tree. That's your true sign that we're living in a realm of abundance. You're living in a realm of abundance because everything that you're given already has a seed in it. Even the fish you fish, they have seeds in them. You are imagining your existence. You are imagining your existence into reality. But you just don't know that you're doing it. Or you don't know how you're doing it. But now you do know how. Through your conversation, your anticipation. So, I'm going to leave this video up. I want you to come back and listen to it. Because at the end right here, I want to say some words that try them and see what happens in your life. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to do whatever the hell you want to do. That's your business. It's not mine. I care that you do succeed, but I don't care if you do succeed because it's not my business. I want you to, I desire you to, but my care is not, oh, if they don't succeed, it's not going to be right. No, because you're going to do whatever you want to do. The context is the law of attraction. Manifesting. Here are some phrases I want you to start. I do want you to start using them, and I want you to see the beauty in them. But use at your own discretion. Why am I so rich? Why does money come to me so easily? Why are my business partners so pleased with my products? Why is my company doing so well? Why is my boss so in love with my performance on the job? Why did they give me another raise? Why did I get another raise at my job? Why is my health getting better and better and better as I age? Why are my finances the best they have been in my entire life? Why am I able to have fun and to travel where I desire? Isn't it wonderful how money flows to me in abundance? Isn't it beautiful how people love my music? It is just so wonderful how the biggest promoters from the biggest shows always want to do business with me and pay me more than I asked for. Why did I get another check today? How would I feel if I had $20 million in the bank? How would you feel if you had $20 million in the bank? I am just so happy and in love every day. My life is just 100% so beautiful. I live a dream life. I anticipate waking up every day just waiting for the next wonderful thing to happen. See, what you got to do is you got to change that energy around you. Change that energy around you. Change that energy around you. See, we was promised wealth without hard work. You don't believe me? Go to Genesis. You don't have to get rich by striving and killing yourself. You can, but you don't have to. You can get wealthy through your assumption. Why do you think that some teams come up and beat one of the biggest teams with all of the best stats? Because one team came up wishing they was the winner, and one team came to the game knowing that they were the winner. That's all any sport is about. All you're witnessing is belief on the field, not talent. Talent has nothing to do with it. Because there can be some people that are untalented, that don't have the stats or the ability, but they can believe themselves to be in the right place at the right time on that field. That's all that it takes. That's why some of the biggest championship teams will get their ass handed to them by, guess what? Some team that is 0-11. Your finances are not based on your hard work. Your finances are not based on your schoolwork. That is just something that you've been told to keep you pointed to the system. Your finances are there because you expected to graduate and you expected to get paid. But you can expect, there are people that own corporations that don't even have a third grade education. They got people that spending 12 years in school to work for them. So you don't understand the game. You think the game is from your hands, not by might nor by strength, but by the Spirit, saith the Lord. You don't believe me? And I'm not even on no religious chip. I'm just telling you, this law is the truth. This law is the truth. Put it to the test. I admonish you to put it to the test. Put that law to the test and see what happens. Assume that you are the person that you desire to be and start speaking out of a mouth of a wealthy person or the wealthy you. Because there's an infinite yous existing. You're just choosing one that can be pushed out by your mouth, your mind, your anticipation. This is what I want to share with you today. Speak those things that be not as though they were. Now faith is. Not yes, not tomorrow. I will be. You ain't gonna will be nothing. I'm about to be. No, you ain't about to be nothing. You are. But what if I don't have physical proof? It don't matter. You know how many people have physical proof and didn't believe they was pregnant until that belly started showing up? You was pregnant long before that belly got big. You just didn't know it. So you can do what you want to do. It's your life. You can believe it if you want to or not believe it. I don't care. I care that you do well, but I don't spend my life caring to the point that it makes me feel bad if a person doesn't listen. Because it's up to you to listen. You just listen at these words and you can see if they're gold or garbage. It's up to you. But for me in my house, our mouth is in the land of abundance and peace. That's how I learned how to DJ. That's how I learned how to make beats. That's how I learned how to compose all these intricate genres. Because I believed myself into that position. And so can you. Ask your inner being if being positive and speaking positive is right for you. Symptoms may include financial freedom, divine health, consistent love, a mind of unspeakable peace, I'm not appealing to your desperation. I'm appealing to your anticipation. You are wonderful. You were made wonderful. And you are made out of 100% God stuff. You have the right to the tree of life right now. You don't have to qualify. It is given to you freely every day. You just don't know it. There are people that are listening to this. This word is for you. These words are for you. And for some people, that may not be for you right now. Bookmark this video, put it in a playlist, and name the playlist Abundance. This is going to get a lot of views. You know why it's going to get a lot of views? Because I declared that it's going to get a lot of views. It already has it. Call those things that be not as though they were. Don't be afraid to keep trying. And don't be afraid to keep reinventing yourself every day. You got to be born again sometimes. I've been born again sometimes 5 times a day. I keep elevating up to that next hand. People say you're changing, and I say, I hope the hell I sure do. You ain't like you used to be. I sure hope the hell I don't. Because with all the knowledge that is on this earth, do you think if I stand still that I'm progressing in any way? What the hell you want to stay the same for? Well, I want to keep it real. Keep it real what? Keep it real broke? Keep it real begging? Ain't you tired of food stamps? Ain't you tired of scrimping and saving? Don't you want to eat, baby, to buy food that ain't poisonous? Don't you want to be able to grow your own food if that's your thing? Don't you want to go on vacations? Don't you want to take your wife out? Don't you want to buy her nice things? Don't you want to buy your children nice things? Don't you want to be a blessing to your family? Make sure your elders ain't falling on hard time, working at Walmart, standing up there almost about to fall over when they're 80-something. If you ain't got riches, you can't be a blessing to nobody. You can't do nothing. You're just a broke joke. Thinking everything funny. Using all these trappings of the world to keep your mindset. Cigarettes, alcohol, weed, tobacco, whatever. And I'm not against marijuana or alcohol. But why would you take them to feel good? You need to feel good now. I don't want any substance in my body at all if it's there because if I'm having a bad day, I need to spiritually align myself. I'm not going to waste precious marijuana on an angry mindset or a depressed mindset trying to pull myself out the dumps. It ain't going to work. Because marijuana makes you very introspective about yourself. And if you're not the type person to look in deep, you don't want to do that. I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything. I'm just telling you the truth. You do what you want to do. So we're at the end of this. I think it's the first time I ever did something like this on this channel. Y'all check it out, and we got a playlist called the Watts Sisters, serving our music to the world. Dr. Watts, Lady Jen, Dr. Watts. I have no idea how it's going to get done, but I do know that I trust that it is done already. See, I live in the end. What do you mean? I live in the end. The moment I desire something, I place myself in the end having it. Call those things that be not as though they were. Speak to this mountain and move, and it shall be moved and cast into the sea. Speak it. Believe it. But above all, feel it. And when you imagine and use all 5 senses, hear yourself signing the contract to that new home, the lease. Hear yourself signing the papers. See yourself having peace between you and your exes. There's those of y'all that have children with your exes. See yourself having peace. Start creating a peaceful environment around that. But other people other people, I don't give a damn what other people did. I'm telling you what's going to help you. Forget looking at their life. Stop paying attention to people's life. Especially stop paying attention to people's lives who ain't doing nothing but having trouble. You need to start studying people that are successful, people that have good relationships with their exes. You need to start manifesting some of them. You manifest all these complainers and people that bitch all the time and complain all the time. How about you manifest people that are appreciative? That's another thing. Get up in the morning and write down everything you appreciate, from your fingers to your hands, your nose, your eyes, your voice, the ability to hear, your beard, the water, the faucet, your toilet, the toilet paper. Toilet paper is a blessing. You don't believe it? Run out. Sometimes you don't even know what a blessing is because we're so tuned in to money. Money is just a sign of mindset. The money don't come first. The money comes last. Everything else comes first. That's why a lot of people go chase it, because they're looking at the wrong end of the stick. They're looking at the money. It ain't the money that makes you money. It's you providing something of value. People say, what you mean something of value? I don't care if it's even vanity value. You got to give people some value. Starbucks give people something of value. They give them coffee. But not only do they give them coffee, they give them an experience first. Why? Because Starbucks is a beautiful place. And they have good coffee. They have standards. The quality they give them, there is standards. Okay? So if you got a business, what value are you offering? Because remember, if you're a business person, you're a servant to the public. You don't believe, you ain't looking at yourself like that? Then that's probably why your business ain't working right. You're a servant. I'm a musician. I'm a servant. I'm picking up inclinations and vibrations from people around this world, what they want to hear in music, and I make it. As simple as it goes. I'm not figuring out something like I'm so super brilliant, look at what I did. All I'm doing is picking up on the things that people want to hear. People say, well, them people didn't like it. That ain't your tribe then. Your tribe will show up, the people that like your music. Well, I want everybody to like my music. Well, you better get over that, because everybody don't even love God. They love what they can get. They don't love God. Because you know why? You know how you can tell you love somebody? If you stay in line with what they desire. So live your day to day. Speak positive words. Get born again in your mouth. Get born again in your mind. For some people, this is resonating deep with you, and you may be fighting with your mind, might be telling you, forget that joker. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Don't listen to your mind. Your mind ain't nothing but a coward. It don't like nothing but what's different. Now, when you show it something different and it can trust it, it'll do it. Your mind will get you to trust in something that you don't want just because you can do what? You can predict the outcome. That's why a lot of people don't like to manifest and affirm, because they can't predict the outcome. People want to predict the outcome, the when, where, how, and everything, the timing. That ain't none of your business. Your business is to speak. The universe will do the rest. And a lot of times, which I've seen almost all 100% of the time, it comes way quicker and more beautiful than you ever thought it could. But you are going to have to get out of your way. You're going to have to get your mouth in check. As Romy Rome said, Romy Rome in the house, watch your mouth. Yeah, the universe is in the house. You better watch your mouth because it replicates whatever you say and think and feel. Choose ye this day what you have, blessing or cursing, life or death, sickness or health. It's you choosing every day, every minute of every day. So I look forward to you being born again by what, 30,000 times? Why not? Constantly refreshing like the skin off a snake, baby. Y'all have a good day. Be blessed. Share this video. And hit the like on this video if you like it. Subscribe if you so desire. Ain't no telling what we're going to be doing over here. It's just all real deal. No fake. It's what we do. Dr. Watts, Lady Jen, we are ambassadors of good frequency. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. And remember this. Don't you dare stop. Keep going. Have a beautiful day. Love you. Bye-bye.